Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Awesome Sean here, and welcome to the final part of the Pokemon Fire Red playthrough. And right now, we're focusing on the Elite Four. The Elite Four are technically the last bosses of the game. Defeat them and become the champion. However, you need to prepare well if you want to win. And by preparing well, you gotta have those full restores on deck. You gotta have those full heals, max potions, revives, all that goodness. It's heavily recommended that your Pokemon be at least 45, level 45 or higher, because if you have anything lower than that, you're gonna fail. You're just gonna not succeed at all. So, the first person that we're facing up against is Lorelli, if I'm saying that right. Sounds like some kind of shampoo conditioner. But anyway, she shouldn't give you she shouldn't give you much trouble, since most of her Pokemon are water types. So if you have an electric type, you'll be all set in gold. But anyway, folks, here's the deal with this. Make sure four main component Pokemon types are essential in order for you to succeed, and I'm gonna go over that real quick. First, you need a fire, water, ice, and electric. As long as you have those four main Pokemon right there, you most likely will not fail. So just make sure you have those Pokemon on deck, and you will succeed, folks. I'm telling you. Her highest Pokemon, she really don't have a highest Pokemon. It just goes between Lapras and Jinx. Jinx is the only Pokemon on her team that's not a water type. It's an ice type. So you'll need a fire Pokemon that could pretty much go up against it. Lapras is her strongest, quote unquote, Pokemon. It's not only bulky, but it holds the Stratus Berry to restore his health. And it knows Confusion Ray, Body Slam, Ice Beam, and Surf. Confusion Ray is especially annoying because there's a 50% chance that your Pokemon will hurt themselves, and Body Slam has a 30% chance of paralysis to make things even harder on you. So, it gets confusing and all that jazz. But if you have a strong enough Pokemon, get 2 shots off of it, that's it, it's going down. If you get lucky and get a critical, that's 1 shot. So, as I was stating before, she has a Jinx, and Jinx is the only member that is an ice type on her team. So take this out with the fire type, and you'll be okay, and you'll be able to go for the next round. Here's the thing that you don't do. Don't go, like, when you beat a Elite Four member, don't go straight to the next one. You want to heal up, save the game in case you fail with the next one, and be good and gravy, folks, because I'm telling you, if you go straight from here to the other one without healing up, you're gonna fail, folks. I'm telling you, unless you're like some master hacker. I'm pretty much cutting away the I'm pretty much cutting away the healing I did, and I'm facing Bruno now. Bruno, here's the thing with Bruno, and I'm sorry if I'm going a little fast, but let me just slow it down now. Okay, Bruno's main type is fighting. If you can't tell by how this dude looks, he look like he's been training in the mountain for 45 years. He probably has. But yeah, his main type is fighting. So bring your strongest flying or psychic type Pokemon for him. On the other hand, though, he has 2 Onix that can counter the flying type, because those Onix knows Rock Tomb. So you might want to bring your best water or grass type for them. Just for them, though. Let's see here. Let's see. Yeah, Rock Tomb to hurt your Pokemon and lower their speed. Earthquake is a powerful move that it knows. Iron Tail, which may lower your Pokemon's defense. This Pokemon has an annoying move called Roar to scare off your Pokemon. But, if you're using a water, grass type, or anything that can knock it off quickly, it won't get the chance to use it. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm pretty much just getting my Pokemon. See, Earthquake right there, it's using right now. A very powerful move, but it's not really effective against my Primate. And it's using it twice, though, in one sitting, which is kind of BS, but whatever. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a karate chop, make it go down quicker than Niagara Falls. But anyway, it's bringing out another Onyx. That's fantastic. But anyway, the second Onyx is only slightly stronger, and it can make use of its rock head with the ability Double Edge. Yeah, Double Edge is a move that's a very strong normal attack, which causes recoil damage. This Onyx also knows the move Sand Tomb, which can trap your Pokemon, meaning you can't recall them into the move itself runs off. So, if it has, if you got a weak Pokemon fighting against Onyx, and you want to call it back, but it activated that sand move, which is Sand Tomb, you're kind of SOL. You're out of luck. So yeah, just hopefully you have a fighting type Pokemon like I have, and you're just spamming moves until it goes down. But the next Pokemon that is summoning up next is Hitmonchan. Hitmonchan is a Pokemon that can hit the. It uses a move called Sky Uppercut, which can hit a flying Pokemon. So, so if you got a Pokemon that uses the move Fly, Sky Uppercut, or just pretty much take it down. It also knows Counter, which sends physical attacks back at the Pokemon with twice the power, making Psychic types the safest option to use it against it. Hitmonchan also has Rock Tomb and Mach Punch, which will always strike first. Now it's sending out its strongest Pokemon, which is Machamp. He's slow, but he has two moves to make up for this: Rock Tomb and Scary Face to slow down your Pokemon. Machamp also has Buck Up to increase its already sky-high attack power and reasonable defense. And its final move is the inaccurate but fairly powerful Cross Chop, which my Primate has. It has a Stratus Berry, which Machamp didn't get the chance to use because I took it down so quickly. So it has that, so you have to watch out for that. Hitmonlee has Foresight to make up for the fact that none of its attacks can hurt ghost types. Its other attacks are Facade, which doubles in power if the user is on a status condition. But enough of like that, we pretty much defeat Bruno, and now we're taking on someone who I'm pretty sure is the bane of everyone's existence the first time facing this old lady. Her name is Agatha. Alright, so what you want to do for Agatha? You better bring in your strongest Psychic types, because all of Agatha's Pokemon are weak against Psychic types. However, 3 of them are Ghost types, which can sort of counter that weakness. Her first Pokemon she about to send out is the bane of my existence and everybody else's, which is Gengar. It's the most powerful Gengar she has. She has 2 Gengars. Despite being at a lower level, her strategy is to frustrate you rather than use raw power, using Double Team, Confusion Ray, and Toxic, a very irritating combination, and the near unavoidable Shadow Punch, which it has in its arsenal to make it even more of a nuisance. A Pokemon with Safeguard can be a lifesaver against this Gengar, so if you got a Pokemon with that skill set, you are in luck. So make sure you have a Pokemon to have that if you haven't already. If you need the take a tank for this battle, and go ahead and do so, you may. You just do whatever you can to win. I'm struggling against out of all the Elite Four, Agatha was the most troublesome. Just that the fact that even though her Pokemon might be slightly weaker than mine, it was still annoying due to the fact that it knows Double Team, and the fact that she uses a Restore on this Pokemon. And see what she's doing? She's keep raising the evasionness, so I basically have no chance of attacking it unless I get really lucky here. Hey, look at that, just a little bit of health it has left, a little bit that it has left, and it just won't go down. She already just toxic my Pokemon. But anyway, it goes down with the swiftness, kind of annoying, but anyway. Yeah. Folks, this one, like I stated before, out of all the Elite Four, Agatha is the most annoying. She might be easy to some people, because they had come equipped with the right team, but for me, she was pretty much annoying. She has a Gold Bat, knows Confusing Ray, Bite, Poison Feint, Air Cutter. If you have a Pokemon that knows Thunder, it's going to take it out real quick, so you don't have to worry about any of that getting in your way. Uh, just give me just a second here. I'm kind of gonna catch my breath here with all the action that's going on. Arbok is quite powerful. No Screech to lower your Pokemon's defense by 2 levels. Bite to deal with psychic types. Iron Tail, Sludge Bomb, which is annoying. And it has just a bunch of moves that causes poison and to decrease your defense quite dramatically. I really didn't have a Pokemon that would go up good against it, but it's good that I, taught my Pikachu Thunder. Thunder pretty much take care of. Thunder is a very powerful move. I think it's the strongest Pokemon electric move of this gen. I'm not sure. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, please. Just want to make sure I'm giving out some accurate information to you folks. And Pikachu got that level up. So, yeah, here we go. Another next Gengar on deck. Oh boy. Agatha's second Gengar is not as annoying as the first, but it knows more powerful attacks. Go figure. It knows Shadow Ball, which is very annoying. A Sludge Bomb. This Gengar also knows Hypnosis and Nightmare. One might think that Dream Eater would be a better choice of a move, but this Gengar has the Stratus Berry to restore energy if need be. But yeah, this Pokemon is just very annoying than the first, although it's not as frustrating as the first, but it's still, look at that Hypnosis. Put your Pokemon right to sleep. I figured that Gengar would have, the move Dream Eater. Dream Eater, because that deals massive damage to the Pokemon as long as the Pokemon is asleep. But I'm looking for right now in my arsenal. I was looking for to make sure I have an awake to wake up my Pokemon. And look at that, full restore on that. These leaders, I'm telling you folks, these leaders are going to annoy the hell out of you because they have full restores on deck. So it's just to make the it tried to use Nightmare when my Pokemon was awake. Nice try, jackass. But anyway, using now it's using Hypnosis. Now I realize my Pokemon is awake, but all's fair and all that good jazz. But anyway, yeah, this Pokemon battle, as I stated before with Agatha, very frustrating. Let me know, folks, first of all, how you doing today? I know I'm a little late with saying that. I'm doing fantastic. Let me know, did you have any issues with fighting Agatha? I'm not talking about, like, for the 10th time. I'm talking about the first time that you've ever faced Agatha, making it to the Elite Four and all that stuff. Did you have a tough time fighting her? Let me know in the comments. I really want to know. Did you have like a really tough time fighting Agatha for the first time? But anyway, just give me a second here. Okay, so this is Agatha's Haunter, which has a fairly good moveset, which consists of Curse, which injures the Haunter by half its HP, but coaches your Pokemon so that it uses a quarter of its health per turn, and cannot dispel it until the battle is over, which is using right now, damn it. Anyway, Hunter also has the Hypnosis and Dream Eater combo, which is a very strong attack. The HP that your Pokemon loses will heal Hunter. And finally, Hunter has Mean Look, which will stop you from switching Pokemon, which makes Curse even more lethal than it already is. Hunter, is the weakest of Agatha's Pokemon, and a strong special attack should bring it down rather quickly. But see, it's using that combo right now to pretty much, affect my Articuno, and my Articuno fainted with that. Yeah. So, as you can see, very lethal combination that this hunter is using. Oh, my Raichu's asleep. Well, hopefully it wakes up in time that it, you know, does its business and knocks out Hunter with one powerful attack. If it doesn't get KO'd. But yeah, Thunderbolt. Pikachu woke up just in time. Usually, I think I thought that yeah, paralysis. You're paralyzed. But yeah, that's not gonna work. My Pikachu's wide awake. And I got lucky there with that Hunter being paralyzed. So I got lucky off that. But with that, Agatha is defeated, folks. We defeated Agatha. Talking about we're a very special child. Damn right. Um, anyway, what we're doing next is we're facing off against Lance. Went ahead and healed my Pokemon real quick. Yeah, Lance is the last of the Elite Four, using pretty much mostly Dragon Pokemon. So, with Lance he is the so self-proclaimed leader of the Elite Four, and this battle is gonna show it, folks. It really is. So we have our protagonist facing off against Lance, the dragon, the dragon hunter or dragon Pokemon. But yeah, Lance starts off with the Gyarados, a very strong Pokemon that nevertheless has a massive weakness against electric type Pokemon due to its water flying type. Hyper Beam is its deadliest move, although it requires recharging after its use, so you'll be able to take it down if you have it in the first turn. Within it doing that, Gyarados also knows Dragon Rage, which takes away 40% of his HP. Twister and Bite are weak but can cause flinching. Now, here we go. Dragons are usually weak against ice. But, yeah, Lance has two Dragonair, which are identical in every way, except for one of them knows Dragon, and the other knows Thunder Wave. Their moves are Hyper Beam, Outrage, and Safeguard. Safeguard is fairly pointless, as they both have Shed Skin, the ability to dispel static afflictions. But, as I stated before, if you have if you call Articuno, you'll be able to take care of the Dragon Pokemon fairly quickly. Let's see, Aerodactyl, if I'm saying that right, it's very fast and can use Scary Face, just in case if you use a Pokemon that's faster. It also knows Ancient Power, which has a decent chance to raise its attack, defense, speed, special attack, special defense all at the same time. If it does, Aerodactyl will be much of a threat if it uses that. Its remaining attacks are Wing Attack and Hyper Beam. So, if, yeah, it's using Full Restore. It's gonna get rid of that paralysis too, I think. But anyway, yeah, so, as you can see, I'm running low on the HP move required, which is, I'm sorry about that, I'm adjusting my microphone. This thing always gives me issues of sliding on my face. Jeez, just stay there. I haven't adjusted at the right height and all that good jazz. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, just to figure out that I just kind of chip at his health a little bit. You paralyzed once again, and that last quick attack should do it. That's just gonna bring out his strongest Pokemon next, which is his Dragonite. So the deal with Dragonite is that Dragonite has a massive weakness against ice types, doing that it's being a Dragon Flyer type, but it's still very powerful. Don't underestimate it. Its movesets consist of Outrage, Hyper Beam, Safeguard, like Dragonites, like Lance's Dragonairs. It has Wing Attack, and it also has a Stratus Berry to pretty much restore health if need be. And I forgot that Lance had another Dragonair on deck. But yeah, I pretty much explained the situation that's going on with Dragonite when we come to face against it. Dragonite is a lot of people's favorite Pokemon for some reason. He's okay. This is reminding me of have you Pokemon have you I was gonna say Pokenites. Have you Pokemon fans out there and subscribers and viewers and whatnot, have you seen the Pokemon parody Pokemon Golder? Um if you haven't seen that, it's basically a parody on Pokemon Gold, which will be the next Pokemon game I tackle whenever I decide to get to it. But yeah, it's a parody on that, and it's fantastic. It's funny. I recommend you folks watch that. All you have to do is just go on YouTube here, type in Pokemon Golder. Should be the first thing that pops up. It's by Mattel Burrito or something like that. It's a weird name, but the guy's great. Go to subscribe to him. Now, we found out that the champion is our rival, which our rival being Dion, which is D. So, basically, yeah, we have to fight our rival in order to be the Pokemon champion, which is, you know, he boasts on how he's the most powerful trainer in the world. His Pokemon is going to consist of, it depends on who your starter Pokemon was. For me, it's going to be, his line consists of Pidgeot, Alakazam, Rhydon, Arcanine, Executor, and Blastoise, which is going to be his most powerful Pokemon. So, it says, no matter what Pokemon you start off with, your rival is going to use Pidgeot, Rhydon, and Alakazam. Pidgeot is first. It prefers to start and weaken your Pokemon status rather than attack with its own damaging move, Aerial Ace. It has Sand Attack to lower the accuracy by 1 level, Feather Dance to lower the attack by 2, Whirlwind to blow away a Pokemon it doesn't want to fight. So use Electric, Rock, or Ice moves to exploit its weakness. So if you use those, you'll be a-okay. I had an electric Pokemon, Pikachu, so I was able to take care of Pidgeot fairly quickly, if I'm even saying that right. I think I am. But next Pokemon on the line is going to be Rhydon. Rhydon is probably the weakest of Blue's Pokemon, which he have. Any strong water or grass types that you have, you know, such as Surf, can wipe it out in an instant. It attempts to make up for an appalling speed with Rock Tomb, Scary Face, and Earthquake. And Rhydon's Rockhead ability nullifies the damage that Takedown usually afflicts on it. So, as you can see, it had no problem taking down my Articuno, as Articuno probably wasn't the best matchup type against it. And it still survived with that little bit of health that it has left. And look at that! Super effective one-hit move. Got my Charizard down. But anyway, yeah, things are looking kind of grim right now, as it already took care of 2 of my Pokemon, because basically I forgot what the weakness of what Rhydon's weakness was. So I kind of forgot what it was already. Alakazam is Blue, meaning the rival's name. You can name him anything you want. It's the lower level Pokemon, but it's not the weakest. Alakazam is very fast, and its techniques are quite deadly. Psychic can decimate almost any opponent at the time. At this point of the game, since you can't use Dark type moves until after you beat the Elite Four. But that's stupid. Anyway, it has Future Sight, which can strike 2 turns later, which is very annoying in my opinion. It has Recover to restore half its health. Reflect to make up for its, you know, pathetic defense that it has. But anyway, yeah, that's... Oh man, I really didn't know that. You don't get any Dark type moves that could help you out in this battle until you beat until you beat the opponents, making it kind of useless unless you want to go after the Elite Four again, which you have the option to do, which I'm not gonna do because there's no point of really doing it at this point. Just kind of want to beat the game and get it over with and all that good jazz and whatnot. So yeah, but anyway, it's our rival's strongest Pokemon, which is Blastoise, using Blastoise on that. But yeah, it's using Rain Dance here, and it's using a berry, which it already had on point. Let's see here, give me just a moment. Okay, Blastoise has enough bulk to hold up its own against electric and grass types. It has Rain Dance, which it just demonstrated not too long ago, to increase its already considerable power for Hydro Pump. And it can also use Bite. It's also fond of raising its defense and striking hard on the next turn with Skull Bash. And I really didn't give it a chance for it to do that. Arcanine likes to use Flamethrower a lot. It also has its extreme speed to deal with faster opponents. Bite is not that much of a threat, although it will hurt Ghost and Psychic types if you have them on deck. So be careful about that, okay? And it can also cause flinching, which is very annoying as well. It can also use Roar to scare away a Pokemon it doesn't like. So it'll probably use Roar if it's a Pokemon that's a higher level. So if you have a higher level Pokemon than Arcanine, it'll probably scare it away to bring out a weaker one. It tends for Pokemon to already do that. And how come Arcanine, being the being the fire type that it is not getting hurt by Rain Dance? I don't get that. That should be a thing within Pokemon. You know, you got to deal with the consequences. And the rain finally stopped. But anyway, yeah, I better pretty much just heal up Pikachu while I got the chance to do it. I might as well, since Pikachu is kind of my last line of defense so far. But anyway, after this, I believe that our rival do have one more Pokemon present, you know, that's available for us to fight. I think it's Executor, and I'll go on more about that when we eventually get to him. But basically, right now, it's just a battle of who's gonna give out first, and pretty much my Pikachu did. I'm gonna go ahead and bring out Marowak, which is at a comfortable level. It barely meets the level criteria desired, but what I should have done is I should have brought on Marowak first, because Arcanine is weak against ground types, as Marowak is one. As you can see, it was super effective. I just got to do that a couple of times in order to bring down Arcanine back to, you know, his level or whatnot. But anyway, folks, we're getting pretty close to the heat. If I could just get one more hit in. Oh, critical hit, never mind. But anyway, folks, we're getting fairly close to the end of the game here. I'll give my thoughts about this game. But anyway, yeah, Executor will have a major weakness against bug types. It knows Light Screen to increase its special defense. And it uses Sleep Powder, Giga Drain, and its signature move, which is Egg Bomb. But if you have a fire type Pokemon, you can be able to roast it and put marshmallows over the burning carcass. Which, man, that went dark quick. Sometimes I need to watch what I say. Yeah, so pretty much that's victory, folks. That's it. We beaten the champ. Yeah, we beaten the champ. But anyway, yeah, after defeating Blue, Professor Oaks come over to congratulate you and Scarlet's grandson, as he has failed to understand why you triumphed over him. It's like no-brainer. Then after he's gone to do all that, he's going to take us to the Hall of Fame, where you and your Pokemon are honored for your victory, and you get the title of the league champion. So, you'll be able to do that as he's taking us in the said room now, to induct us into the Hall of Fame, where our Pokemon and us is going to be pretty much recorded. But if you couldn't tell by the thumbnail already, you kind of had a picture of, how this thing is going already. But anyway, yeah, folks, this is pretty much it. The victory in the game here. Now we did it. Saving, turning off the power. Make sure, if you have a Game Boy on that, dude, you don't turn off the power. But anyway, Primate, Raichu, Charizard. We did it. Pharaoh, level 42, which I really didn't use. Articuno and Marowak. Welcome to the Hall of Fame. We did it, folks. We did it. But yeah, folks, we did it. You can see how many hours I put into this game here, even though it might not seem that much here with all the editing and whatnot. Blue's running off, aka Dion, disappointed. He didn't stay champion long. But yeah, we did it. Professor just gave us a weird look for no reason at all, but yeah, you did it. The protagonist, his name's Red. Named him after me. Don't know why, but yeah, this is the credits, folks. End of the game here. Fantastic game. It's a little bit outdated, of course. I would recommend this as to, a first starting game. But if you want to get the original feel, I recommend the original version, which is Red and Blue. If you feel like going to see how it's, because this version added extra stuff. But if you want to see how the original is, untouched in all its glory, go ahead and play that version first. There were some frustrating moments in this playthrough, but nothing over too bearing. I made some stupid mistakes. Should have, relied on the guide more. I didn't really start relying on the guide until pretty much the end of the game, where I kind of needed it because I wanted to pretty much just blaze through the Elite Four quickly, because I didn't remember the weakness of them then, and if I didn't use the guide against them, this would have taken probably way longer than it needed to be for me. Excellent game all around. If you're into RPGs, this is a great start to. I pretty much recommend this as anyone's first RPG. Nintendo's still doing it strong with the Pokemon series. At the time of this recording, Pokemon Ultra Moon, Ultra Sun has been announced. It's coming out soon. Within 2 months of this recording, it's going to be out of the shelves. I'm going to be picking up my copy. I've already 100%ed Sun and Moon, the first one that I completed with 100% Pokédex, and I have my buddy Dion to contribute to that because he knows I have that. I'll be, and if you go on my Twitter, I should have a little thing displaying that my Pokédex is 100%. You'll be able to find that within my feed somewhere. I posted that months ago, but yeah, anyway, Pokemon, been playing it since I was a teenager. Didn't really care for it at first. Just like I didn't care for the Legend of Zelda series at first, but now I love that series. I'll be getting to that game soon enough, and I'll be getting to the first Zelda game I ever played, and you're going to be surprised by what it is. But anyway, folks, yeah, fantastic game overall. We're not finished yet, although this is the final part. I was egged on by my good friend D to do the extras. There's post-game stuff, folks, that we can explore. There's one more legendary that I didn't tell you about, and if you played this game, you already know who it is. But if you haven't played this game, you might be surprised by who it is. We're gonna go after him in the post game, so you can watch that if you want to. It's completely up to you, but I do want to thank you. In case you decide to end it here, I do want to thank you for pretty much riding along with me for this adventure, folks. I truly appreciate you staying tuned, and I know it's been arduous and a long trip and whatnot, but I do thank you for watching, folks. You could have been doing a million other things, But I'm glad you decided to stick here with your boy through this whole adventure, folks. But if you want some more Pokemon action, we got the post-game stuff coming up next. It's not going to be that long, 2 parts. But as I always say, folks, you guys have a great night and take care.